around site conversations in superops.ai. This is a new functionality that we have built and launched mainly for technicians' experience in MSPs. Now, while all the other MSP vendors in the market are thinking about how to increase productivity, how to increase the efficiency, we wanted to take a look at the technician experience in an MSP, because as MSP owners and MSP admins, you understand that hiring a skilled technician is one of the biggest challenges for the MSP business, because your technicians are the ones who are in touch with your clients and providing services for them. So you really need to hire skilled technicians and find ways to retain them. And making sure that they have a great experience while working at your MSP is one of the key factors to retaining them. That said, this functionality, site conversations, is going to have a direct impact on the technician experience, thereby making sure that your client's satisfaction also increases, thereby increasing the profitability of your MSP business. Now, what really is the correlation between business conversations and technician experience? So first, let's look at what do we mean by business conversations. So any conversations that a technician has with other technicians within your MSP business, or with an external vendor for a hardware or a software request that he has to fulfill for the client, or consulting with an expert outside of the MSP. It could be a cybersecurity expert. It could be an expert in any different field where the in-house expertise is not available in your MSP business. These are all the business conversations that happen in a day in your MSP business. Now, these conversations are mainly run by the technicians, and the experience that the technicians is directly related to all of these business conversations. Now, let me paint a picture to you right here. Your technician works on the tickets, projects, codes, and invoices day in and day out in your MSP business, while they also work with software vendors, hardware vendors, and external consultation to resolve these tickets, projects, codes, and invoices. What happens is, whenever the technician has to work on any of these tickets, projects, codes, or invoices, the technician has to log in to the PSA solution to work on them. While all of the other conversations that he's having with the software vendors, external consultation, and hardware vendors, those happen in other channels like email or chat or call. Now, what's happening here is it's causing two different kind of conversations that are going on in a business. The main conversations that happen within the PSA solution, and the side conversations that happen with all the other parties that are involved in the MSP business. Now, because of this, there is a huge rift between both of these kind of conversations. Now, we need to make note of the fact that all of these conversations, the main and the side conversations, are pertaining to the same clients. These conversations are had in order to service your MSP clients. So here's where the rift happens. And because of this rift, the technician experience takes a real bad hit. How? Here are different ways in which the technician experience takes a bad hit. One, there is a lot of missed context and conversations that, let's say, for example, if a vendor responds to an email that the technician has sent asking for a quotation for a hardware, for a laptop or a mouse, and if the technician misses to check this particular response from the vendor because it's happening in a different channel and not within the solution in which they're using every day, this is going to cause missed conversations and missed context, which really is going to translate to longer resolution times, leading to poor client satisfaction. And it's not just all of this, it also becomes extremely hard to backtrace the information and the decisions that were made. Why was a particular solution provided for a client for an issue? There might have been an external expert that was consulted for that particular ticket, and the whole context of who was reached out to for this particular ticket and what was the solution that was provided. All of this is going to sit siloed in different channels. And because of this, it becomes extremely hard to trace all this information back to the origin of what happened when this particular ticket came in. And really, at this point, what we can see very clearly is the C-load multi-channel conversations, the one set of conversations that are happening within your PSA solution. And then there is the one set of side conversations that are happening in all other channels. Because of these multi-channel conversations that are really not in sync, this has a great impact on technician experience, and it brings chaos to your business. When there is something that needs to be checked, it becomes extremely hard to go and find out why something was done in the way that it was done. Now, from our side, from our end, from SuperOps, we took a hard look at this situation, and we realized that why should technicians be forced to go to other channels to communicate with external vendors and third-party consultants? Why not bring them together within the PSA solution? That's exactly what we have done. So in SuperOps, all the main conversations that a technician has for tickets, projects, and codes and invoices amongst the other technicians in the organization or with the clients, those are had right within the PSA solution. And then there are the side conversations with the vendors, experts, and consultants, which also happen within the SuperOps platform. Now, this is where the real benefit is, because there is no rift between both the kind of conversations. Everything is happening in the same place. The technician does not have to switch between one tool to another channel, just to keep track of what's happening with a particular work item. And bringing this together gives enhanced technician experience in different ways. First one, it definitely increases the technician satisfaction. The technician is going to feel much more enabled to be solving the tickets on time. And because of this, the technician's quality life also improves tremendously. And there is enhanced team collaboration. Any other new technician who is joining the company, joining your MSP business, can quickly take a look at these side conversations that happened in a ticket to understand what was the consultation that was received, who is the vendor that was reached out to for a particular hardware or a software. So there is enhanced team collaboration going on. And the access to historical information is extremely easy. You just go into the ticket, you click on side conversations, and you have all the conversations available in one single place. Now, this is how the technician experience is immensely improved using side conversations. Now, this is the concept of side conversations, where I have explained to you the values that side conversations will deliver for you and the pains that it really alleviates from your business. Now, let me show you some screenshots from the solution itself for you to have an idea of how it looks. And right after that, I'll give you a quick demo of how it looks in the product. So here you can see that all the business conversation, regardless of which work item it is, it could be a ticket, it could be a code, it could be an invoice or a project. No matter what work item it is, you can initiate, follow up, and trace back all of your business conversations just from one single platform. And you can have multiple conversation threads associated to a single work item. Now, this is very common when you have to order a big hardware, a printer, for example, where you might have to reach out to multiple vendors, and you will have to check for quotation from multiple vendors to choose which vendor you can go ahead with. In this situation, you can see that there are multiple conversations that are going on for this particular ticket. And all of these are individual vendors that we have contacted, so that you will get a good look of who are all the vendors that we reached out to and what were the responses, what is the codes that they have sent, and you can easily pick one without having to switch back between different emails. And we understand that automations always make any functionality much stronger and much more efficient. So we've identified that whenever a vendor responds to an email from you through side conversations, that really has to enact like a ticket. So you can set up this particular automation where you can set up a ticket or a project or a code or an invoice to reopen whenever there is a response from this vendor or the consultant on a side conversation. So whenever there's a reply on a side conversation, the ticket or whatever work item it is, it gets notified and it also gets reopened. And in addition to all of this, the biggest benefit of all is you gain complete visibility into all communications that you've had in a ticket or in a project or a code. So you can see that all of the emails that you have sent to the client are also available. The notes that you've added within your own technicians are also available, and the side conversations with the third party outside of your organization are also available. So you get to see everything that went on with a particular work item in just one look. That said, I would like to show you a quick demo of SuperOps and side conversations in SuperOps. So for those of you who have joined here who are not currently using SuperOps, who are probably still evaluating, I'll give you a quick brief about what SuperOps is and how the dashboard and how the product looks. So SuperOps is a truly unified platform which was built in a unified manner. It was not integrated with other multiple tools, which means that the PSA functionalities like the tickets, tasks, projects, and contracts, client management, invoices, and code management, all of this are available in the same platform where you also have the RMM functionalities like assets, alerts, patch management, scripts, and so on. And for all of this, you have reports as well. You can pull in really deep reports across any of these modules in this product. And on top of this, we also have bundled IT documentation within the solution, because we realized that IT documentation, project management, code management, all of these are really part of an MSP's everyday activity, MSP's business. So we wanted to bring everything within one single platform, and that's what we've built. Now, let's quickly go into a ticket to show you where side conversations is and how you can start them. So here you can see within a ticket where you have all of these tabs that says updates, conversation, notes, tasks, you can see side conversations right here. And here you can initiate a side conversation. And you can send in a email to any of the vendor asking for a quotation or an advice or some consultation. Quote for printer. Let's say that we're reaching out to this particular vendor for a quote. Now, this is going to be available here directly within the ticket. Now, if you want to reach out to another vendor, you can also do that, and that's going to be available as well. So here you can see that we have two side conversations that are going on from within the same ticket for two different vendors, but for the same quotation that we want to get. So this is the functionality where you have multiple threads. You can have this from, let's say, if it's a project, if it's, so this is a project. Onboarding new client is a project, and you have side conversations within the project as well. And if it's a quote, you have side conversations within the quotation as well. Let me show you where you can see that. So here within a quote, you have the chat icon over here. And here you can see the conversations that happen with your client. And here are the notes which you have for the internal technicians. And here is the side conversations where you can have conversations with external vendors. So it's not just this, we have side conversations on all of the work items. Now, where is the automation? You can set up triggers based on response from the vendors or the external third parties by setting up the event triggers. Whenever there is a side conversation reply, you can assign it to a service desk, you can assign it to a hardware specialist, or you can set up any kind of advanced automations using the event triggers. So this is the encapsulation of what side conversation brings to you as an MSP and how it truly enhances your technician experience. That said, I am extremely happy for everyone who have joined this webinar with me today. I hope this was very useful for you, and I hope I was able to give you a quick look about this new functionality. And if you're interested about SuperOps, please look up at superops.ai and check out our website and reach out to us. We're always happy to help MSPs. Thank you. Have a great day.